This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.
If we knew more about our sleep, what would we do differently? Would we go to bed at a consistent time or take steps to reduce interruptions to our sleep? With the all-new Sleep Score, Apple Watch measures your bedtime consistency, interruptions, and sleep duration. Then, every morning it combines these factors into an easy-to-understand score from 1 to 100. So you'll know how to take the quality of your sleep from good to excellent. Introducing the new Sleep Score on Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
Sunday morning. With us is Steve Cates, otherwise known as Dr. Sky. And he enlightens us on a Sunday morning with what the heck is going on from the moon to Mars. Dr. Sky, what do you think?
Well, good morning, John. We want to wish everybody, of course, the best for a great and happy Thanksgiving as we move into that time of the seasons and the time of the year. But, John, let's go out to outer space and talk about China's space program. This is very interesting. The Chinese, about a few weeks ago, John, sent a 2-watt laser signal from what we call geosynchronous orbit. That's where all the big satellites that we see, if we could look out in space, the Earth would have this big ring like Saturn of satellites. And the reason I'm mentioning this is this 2-watt signal from the laser sent down about a gigabyte, per second of data, which outpaces what Starlink has for the ability to, operate from the realm of space with that low wattage, John. That's incredible. We're sending data over a laser light beam. Isn't that quite amazing?
2 watts. 2 watts, a 9-volt battery will give you more.
Probably. That's amazing. And that's, John, from 22,000 miles up in space, which is incredible. And the beat goes on with China. We talked about a week or so ago that the Chinese, as they called them, not astronauts, but ticonauts, space travelers, would be stranded on board the big space station that they have, the Tiangong. Well, we find out that here's the situation. They have had 2 of these escape modules attached. They just had a new crew come up on the Shenzhou 21, and they would have the other 3 astronauts that were to come down on the Shenzhou 20. But they found out that something smacked the glass and the windshield of the Shenzhou 20, so they didn't want to risk it. And what was that possibility, John? It was some kind of space debris. And remember, when the space shuttle was operating, a tiny fleck of paint, actually traveling at 17,000 miles an hour, literally compromised one of the windows on the shuttle. So to make it, even quicker and understandable, the astronauts came down, the 3 astronauts, on the Shenzhou 21, which leaves the new astronauts up there, or ticonauts, with no usable spacecraft to come down anytime soon. So the 3 came down, but that's amazing, John. A small amount of something, maybe a micrometeor, or in the case of the shuttle, can you imagine that? A tiny little speck of something traveling that fast could compromise your entire mission, especially if you're looking through a window.
I think that's a very serious problem. Because how do you protect all that crap flying around from broken satellites, from broken other stuff that's been up there? We've been shooting satellites up there for 50, 60 years already.
You're right, John.
That's the nicest way you can say it. There's a lot of crap up there.
You're absolutely right. And you're saying it in a very interesting way, as direct as it is. Common sense would tell us that we have so many spacecraft up there, some of which have been destroyed. But, John, wouldn't this maybe a simple solution? While you have those little modules attached with the glass windows, just have some coverings, like if you had an expensive camera lens, you would, by necessity, to protect it, just put a cover over it so that at least it's shielded. So maybe common sense has to go there, and when you're ready to come down, you pop it off, and you hopefully return, and you come back safely.
Now, usually, if it's traveling 17,000 miles an hour, you're traveling the same 17,000 miles an hour, too?
That's right, John. And so many of the
So you wonder about, you scratch your head and you say, why did it affect it?
Absolutely. That's just the point is very simple. Obviously, you and I are discussing it, and people may not be aware. the tiniest of debris, not just these large chunks of space junk, that we have to figure a way to solve. But, John, in conclusion, we always talk about a mystery of the week. And here's something that's totally bizarre, and it really, I think, opens our minds gigantic in a big way. Time, John, may have three independent dimensions, just like three independent axes, and that space is a secondary effect of the three dimensions of time. So in a simpler way, time would be like the canvas, and space would be the paint. So time may have three dimensions like space has height, width, and depth. And, John, if proven, we're not just talking about three-dimensional things in space, we're talking about six dimensions, and that messes up our current knowledge of the cosmos because, John, many of the cosmologists and scientists today believe this, that time is an illusion. But try to tell that to a friend when you're sitting next to them. How can that be an illusion? These are the mysteries that we really don't understand about our great universe.
Steve Cates, otherwise known as Dr. Sky, on with WABCRadio.com worldwide every Friday night to Saturday morning, Saturday night to Sunday morning, 12 to 2 in Eastern Time. Thank you for enlightening us, and thank you for keeping our minds going.
Well, thank you, John, and a happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And what do we say? Always keep your eyes to the skies. Great things to come as we move to the end of the year into 2026. Thank you, John.
Thank you.